We might have just seen the craziest weekend in cryptocurrencies history. Bitcoin at one point hit new all-time highs. We had the president drop a meme coin. We've never seen anything like that from such a predominant public figure. And then on top of that, he goes ahead and launches a Melania meme coin about 24 to 36 hours later. It was madness in the crypto markets. We're going to go over everything in this video. And honestly, where's the money rotating next? You know, Trump coin sitting at about $40 billion market cap. A lot of people have already made so much money on this coin that you need to be looking at the next rotation, and some of them are already playing out, but we're going to look at the narratives that I think catch money off the back of this, and especially if Trump does come through with an executive order on crypto, whether it's the strategic reserve or whatever the case is. So we're going to dive into the narratives to look at next in this video, and the coins that I think got their liquidity sucked away from the Trump coin that could see money flow right back in. So let's go ahead and dive into it, guys. Like the video down below, subscribe to the channel for more every day and every single week here on In the Game. We have you covered from meme coins, AI, gaming, and more. And a big shout out to all of our sponsors here on In the Game. If you're looking for a place to trade, I would be using Blowfin. Blowfin is the best spot, no KYC, easy in, easy out, deposits and withdrawals. Bonus if you sign up, there's going to be a little bit of USDT topped up to your account as well. It is just the #1 place to trade. That's where I place all of my trades. And a big shout out to our sponsors, FOMO, Ledger, Funtico, Moon Tropica. And a shout out to Moon Tropica, another big partnership. And I love that Moon Tropica is leaning into the AI. And it's a big strength. I've talked about Moon Tropica, and they lean into the culture and the narratives very well. They have all the meme coin characters, and now they've partnered up with Neural AI. They've partnered up with Reploy AI to leverage their language models for high-performance API infrastructure to enhance its gaming ecosystem. So very good to see Moon Tropica leaning in to the AI space. And a big shout out to Moon Tropica, our longest standing sponsor on this show, and very bullish genuinely on the future of 𝗂 and Moon Tropica. So let's go ahead and dive into it. I mean, obviously, the elephant in the room is the Trump token. Now, you know, if you watch my last video, I played this almost perfectly because I was just early. I was on the couch on Friday night. They launched this thing. I got in early. I made absolute massive profits. I still have a bag left in. At that time, it was like a $12 billion market cap on that video. Now it's sitting at $38 billion market cap, and I've kind of left a moon bag in here. Absolutely was one of the biggest trades I've ever caught, but it's hard to catch all these things, right? And you can't kick yourself over it. But I also think we have to lower our, you know, a lot of people faded it that were even at the computer at this time. And there's the left curve, the mid curve, and the right curve. And I think this cycle, we have to be so much more on either the left or the right curve. You can't mid curve these things. You can't just let them fade. You can't not get exposure to it. So whether or not you had bought this token or did Meteora LPs, like I had mentioned on the video, if you were late to the token, you know, the left curve is what if Trump flips Bitcoin? Mid curve is like, no, this is not good. No alt season, rug. It's over. 9th inning. That means that you're sidelined, right? And then the right curve is all of our coins are going so much higher. No matter what, you have to live on the left or the right curve. Do not mid-curve these types of things. And you know, as the Watch King points out, Trump makes $500 million overnight in crypto, and you think he's not going to, you know, lean policies towards crypto and, you know, change the short-term capital gain tax. He's just going to give away all that money that he potentially just made off of this coin. He says crime is legal and you're crying in the casino. Look at yourself. So yeah, this is just another example. Like, crypto's gonna crypto. And we saw people over the weekend, Mr. Beast saying he's not gonna release a coin. Mark Cuban saying he might look into the idea. He thought it was a very appealing idea despite some of his disdain sometimes towards Donald Trump. So, you know, this could springboard into so much more. And if you paid attention, the Trump Memes website is talking about a series of meme coins. Like, is there going to be a Barron meme coin? Is there going to be these other memes that spin off of this? We already have Trump and Melania. So it is a crazy time in crypto. And I think this cycle, it's like, a lot of us on this channel, we want utility coins to pump, right? Of course, I want to see my gaming bags eventually do well, the good products, the good infrastructures. I want to see my AI infrastructure stuff do very well, my AI agents, my meme coins, whatever the case is, RWA. But at the end of the day, like, this industry is all about dollars. And the dollars are going to flow into these types of opportunities, no matter how stupid we think they are or not. So we have to be ready for these opportunities whenever they come up. And I do think, we're not going to see one that runs as hard as Trump just did, but there are going to be opportunities that pop up throughout the cycle. And you can't be sitting there, upset that you missed it, because there's always another play. Now, this one was crazy. There's always another play. So we're going to be looking at the next plays. We're going to be talking about how you can prepare yourself for if this was to ever happen again. But on top of that, where's the money going to flow back into? Because a lot of people made profits here, and they're going to rotate those into coins, potentially on the Solana network. We're already seeing it happen, actually. So we'll talk about that in just a second. And on top of that, 𝗵𝗡𝗏 pumped big time over the weekend. If you know what we're talking about here, this is the native meme coin to the Meteora platform. So if we go look at 𝗵𝗡𝗏, it's up 62% this week. The reason being is, ironically, and honestly just very cool to see, we obviously used Meteora for the LPs on this coin because the volume was super high, as seen in the last video. But they launched this coin in collab with Meteora. If you looked at the charts and the wicks on something like a BullX, you can see it's a Meteora chart. It was crazy. So they used Meteora in collab with this launch. So Trump is in our court. Are you staked? So a pretty cool collaboration there for one of our top meme coins we've been calling out recently, in 𝗵𝗡𝗏. And then on top of that, we see Bank of America's CEO today saying that the banking industry will embrace crypto if regulators allow it. We're going so much higher. Like, a lot of people, when they saw this Trump thing come out, they're like, bull market canceled. This is the top. We're not going to see altcoins pump. This honestly just stimulated the market. What happened here, it didn't take liquidity out of everything permanently. AI agents are probably going to get money back into them. Meme coins are about to probably run. Like, the cycle's going to continue. What he just did is drop a stimulus check to the crypto community, because everyone now has more capital to play with if you got involved. So I'm going to go over a little bit of news across L1s, gaming, and then we're going to talk about the coins that I'm looking to scoop up and that are already being scooped up that we've talked about on this channel that I would be looking at right now. So let's dive into it. We see Avalanche partnering up with 𝗓𝗟. They dropped this today. They're delighted to announce a strategic partnership with 𝗓𝗟 to support infrabuild AI, but buildle like hodl, projects in the Avalanche ecosystem with their $100 million ecosystem fund. Let's dive into it. And they kind of go over how this is going to work. They're going to fast track projects to a $100 million ecosystem fund, integrate AI community to strengthen the ecosystem. So a big partnership here for Avalanche. And obviously, like, what happened this weekend took place on Solana. So a lot of these other chains are very stagnant, and these other top L1s, Sui, Ton, Avalanche, Tron, ADA, they're all pretty much sideways. Like, over the weekly, nothing's up more than 10% and nothing's down more than 5%. Like, these things just trended sideways. I actually think that's a position of strength, especially because the Solana ecosystem was having some problems because of the congestion. Now, Solana is going to be fine, but I think these other L1s have so much upside from here, especially with games like Off the Grid. They just added their Scump skin. If you're like me, by the way, and if you're an MLG person, you definitely know who Scump is. He's one of the all-time greats in the Call of Duty scene. They actually just added his skin to the game this last weekend, and it actually caught a lot of eyes because there's not a Scump skin in Call of Duty, his native game, but Off the Grid went ahead and gave him this awesome looking skin with crazy details. So this got a lot of buzz across the community when it comes to Call of Duty, which is actually good for Off the Grid. Mainnet launch coming up, token launch coming up. I think this could honestly stimulate the gaming market like we kind of just saw Trump stimulate the entire market. We also have Zentry diving into AI, where gaming and AI converge to create endless possibilities. ZAI, our agentic layer, will be at the forefront of everyday reality, changing into a living MMO RPG with the birth of Alicia AI. So this is their official AI, the agentic layer catalyzing the human agentic economy. So I would go look at all this. A lot of the technicalities, you'd really have to know how these AI agents work. However, I think that it's good that we see 𝗧𝗏𝗔, one of my favorite undervalued gaming bags. If we just go look at the market cap here, it's held up so well. I'm honestly impressed. It's held this about 3-cent level the entire time, even when liquidity got sucked out of the market, whenever we saw the big dip down to the low 90s, when Trump just came through and everyone moved their money into Trump coin. Even 𝗧𝗏𝗔's still been hanging around this 3-cent level, $180 million market cap. I think this is a fantastic position for whenever gaming and overall the altcoin scene gets money flowing back into it. Because if we look at the one-day chart, because now we're going to flow into what am I looking at to buy? Where do I think money is going to start rotating? And I have a case study already that's playing out as we speak. And it's a token we've been giving you guys since $30 million on this channel. So I'll talk about that in just a second. But we see stuff like Musket, the Elon Musk meme coin. That makes sense, right? So this is like the Musk family meme coin. This one's up 55% today. Well, why is that? It has the Musk narrative. He was on stage yesterday, doing all these crazy antics. We're not going to talk too much about that, but he was doing all these crazy things on stage and he went viral on Twitter because of it, right? So the Musket meme coin is up 55%. Why? It's on Solana. So that makes sense. The money's just naturally rotating into these types of memes. We've seen a lot of Barron Trump meme coins, World Barron token come up and really do well over the last 24 hours, but those aren't really going to be here to stay. So the ones you're seeing here, FWOG, makes sense. It's on Solana, 52% over the last 24 hours. So you're seeing money start to flow back in to altcoins. Now, like stuff on ETH and stuff on some other chains up, Wilder World's up 8%. We see Kip Protocol up 8%. Pump AI, which is on Solana, up 8%. Ronin up 6%. Prime up 5%. So everything is gradually bouncing. But what you would notice here is the top 3 coins on this list are all Solana meme coins. And that is where the majority of the money is filtering at this point in time. I had tweeted this the day that he launched the meme coin, about 2 hours before he launched the meme coin. But I said memes into AI, into RWA, into gaming. I think that's the rotational forecast. Now, Trump could have switched things up, which we're about to get into, but I think that was the forecast we were looking at on Friday night before this meme coin dropped, right? Meme coins, money flows to AI, money flows to RWA, post strategic reserve, and we're seeing Trump kind of legitimize the angle for the US and crypto, and then into gaming as we see big TGEs like Infinigod's, big mainnet and token launches with Gunzilla. It all made sense, right? Meme season came out swinging, AI and agents controlling the current narrative, post-Trump inauguration, RWA runs, and then gaming runs late Q1 due to bullish catalysts upcoming that are long overdue. Well, then we saw Trump come through the door and bring through this token, which definitely did change things up. But if you read the tea leaves, right, Trump's team did just buy $100 million of crypto yesterday. I think this strategic reserve announcement is coming right around the corner. There were some rumors that today he's going to sign some big executive orders. Who really knows? But they did just drop $100 million on ETH, Bitcoin, Aave, Chainlink, Tron, and ENA. Now, of course, I think it's good. Like you could tail these tokens because they did just dump a lot of money into it. But to be completely honest, for the ones in crypto, the only one that would really maybe be appealing is Tron and Aave. I've never been a big Chainlink investor. ENA, Bitcoin and ETH, obviously that's very good. They dropped a lot of money into both of those assets. But Aave, 4.7 mil, and Tron, 4.7 mil. Aave is just a great top of the line, lending platform. I think that does make sense for them to be in the strategic reserve, and they're legitimizing that as a platform they'd recommend. But number 2, Tron, they have meme coins underneath Tron. But however, I just think this is more important for the upcoming legislation, executive orders that Trump is going to push forward. So what tokens would I be looking at in this current market? I have a few. And the one example I'm going to provide here is MLG. And I'm going to zoom this chart out because we really need to see what happened with this token. Now, all right, we got all the way up here to, I believe, all-time highs of $145 million market cap. And we had called this token before the initial pump. We called it around this $30 million level right here on this channel. So you got to ride it up all the way to those levels. And we got as low here on these dips as $43 million market cap on the 19th of January. Why is this? Well, the Trump coin is on Solana. Everyone was selling bags to buy Trump at the time. Like maybe you weren't liquid enough. Maybe you didn't have enough money on the Sol chain. Maybe you were in a couple different memes, but of course you wanted exposure to Trump. So a lot of people dumped this day from the 17th, probably around this time. You could see just the catastrophic liquidity to the downside here on this coin. But if you had just bought this token post-Trump, you could have bought this yesterday, and currently you're sitting at 106% gainer. It's back at $100 million market cap. So this is a perfect example of a meme coin that was demonstrating strength that people are now rotating profits back into. And I think if the market continues to the upside, this is the type of a token that's about to make new all-time highs in the coming days, because the momentum, the ball was in their court for the foreseeable future at the time they started pumping. And now you're seeing this coin up 100% over 24 hours. I think MLG, the leg up here, is going to be huge because of now the new liquidity and the liquidity that took money out that just wanted to rotate back in. It's still going to come back in here. And I think we see new all-time highs coming up for the MLG token. So that is a perfect example of a Solana coin had momentum, but now you're seeing that momentum resurface because people are moving their Trump profits back into it. So what other coins could we look at to potentially take this opportunity and be able to park liquidity into for the next leg up? So what we'll do is we'll go back to Nexus and we will take a look across the board. And honestly, let's focus on the narrative that was just hot, which is AI agents. And honestly, AI agent coins have dipped quite a bit and they're starting to recover. Personally speaking, I'd be looking at stuff like Virtual's protocol. I'd be looking at stuff. I mean, AI16Z literally has pumped since this morning. Very unfortunate. That was one that I had kind of highlighted. But right now, I'd be looking at Virtual's. It's down like 50% since all-time highs. That is definitely one. I don't think this is dead. I've seen some stuff on the timeline. Virtual's not going to come back. That narrative's over. I definitely don't think so. I mean, AI agents were the main squeeze until Trump dropped this meme coin, but some of the strongest gainers over the last 24 hours have been AI agents. We have AI16Z, Agent YP, Zerabro, Ava, like Agents AI is up 20% over the last 24 hours. This narrative's not going away. So I would be looking at some of these strength coins as far as the Solana based or even base, like with virtuals, stuff like that. That's what I'd be looking at, is allocating into strength in the AI agent space. But even going down the line, I think GPU, I think Neural AI, and I think Heart are all at very good prices. So as far as my AI, I'd be looking at AI agents. I'd be very, very focused on Virtual. I think this is the #1 AI agent buy today, simply because it is down so much from all-time highs. If we look at the monthly chart, this thing hit $5. It's $2.70 right now. This narrative is still alive and well. Although we're distracted right now with the Trump narrative, I think that this is a no-brainer. So I'd be looking at Virtual. And like I said, unfortunate that AI16Z pumped so much today, because this is one I had highlighted overnight to bring onto the show that would be one of my top buys. However, I think you still have a lot of value if you're getting into something like an Agents AI at a $6 million market cap. That is also on Solana, which is why some liquidity is filtering over there. So I'd say from a large cap perspective, I'm looking at Virtual. From a low cap perspective, I'm looking at something like Agent, which is also, like I said, on the Solana chain. If we look at the monthly charts here, this got up to 1.5 cents, so like a $15 million market cap. So this is down 60% from its all-time highs. I think it can absolutely reclaim that over the next couple of weeks, especially if the market remains strong. So that is definitely one I'd be looking at. Let's go back to the main watch list here, and we will take a look at, obviously, I think that gaming is going to run end of Q1. If you want allocation or exposure to the things that are, I think, going to be the narrative, I think Beam, I think Avalanche, as well as Superverse. Those would be my top 3 that I would be allocating into right now. And then as far as meme coins, honestly, like for me, MLG is a big focus. I'm looking at Calvin at 4 million. Honestly, this was the most impressive chart to me because if you look at the Calvin chart here on the 15 minutes, this thing got hammered around the time of Trump. This is the day that Trump launched. It went from 6 mil all the way down to about 2 mil. It's bounced back up to $4.3 million market cap. I think it reclaims these $6 million levels over the course of the next 24 to 36 hours. And then it's right back on track to where it was going. It's an AI agent. It's a meme coin at the same time. It's going to have narratives inside of it that trades and burns some of the supply. I can't say too much about that part because it's going to be taking supply off the market of a meme coin, which is going to be very bullish, but it encompasses multiple narratives. It's on Solana, AI agent, animal coin. So this is definitely one that I am eyeballing at this point in time. And then from an RWA perspective, I'm keeping it in the same boat that I had brought you last week. I like Lingo at $43 million market cap. It's fully diluted. There's no more tokens coming into circulation. That's what I would be looking at this point in time. And I have to mention, although I didn't bring it up now because we talked about it earlier, Zentry at $180 million market cap. That is another one I would absolutely be looking at these levels. So to recap, the coins I'm most focused on right now: Virtual, MLG, Calvin, Zentry, Super, Beam. I think Prime because of the AI narrative as well, with Parallel coming up right around the corner. And then when you're looking into the AI niche, AI16Z, it is up quite a bit today, so I would wait to see if that cools off just a little bit. But then moving down the ladder, my utility plays with GPU, Neural, and Heart all got hit pretty hard over the last week, and I think will make huge recoveries. So that's what I'd be looking at. I think that's about 10 tokens that I think money will flow back into, and I really am focused on the Solana coins. Stuff like what we're seeing with MLG. This is going to happen across many more projects that lost liquidity over the last week. This narrative is not done yet. People like FaZe Banks and Jakey, myself, and other influencers out there are super heavy on this coin. And that's why you're seeing the strength. And I think that's why you're going to see stuff like Calvin, like Virtual, like Agents AI, Zentry. These coins that had strength previously are about to get a little bit of a stimulus and liquidity coming right back into them. So guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Like the video down below, subscribe to the channel for more every single week and every day here on In the Game. We're going to have more videos like this, more in real life kind of videos, all regarding crypto. I'm not going to go lifestyle vlogger on anything. We're always going to be talking about crypto on this channel, but switching up the styles a little bit. So if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed the last video, let me know down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys on the next one. As always, play well, my friends, and stay bullish, my friends.